Thing's spinning. I don't know if we're live. I'm live. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Amesie's Corner. How are you all doing out there? So later, I've done a few little things to the truck, boring stuff that you guys probably wouldn't be able to see what's going on anyways. Bed's all ready to go. Things I've done for the past week is I upgraded my fuel lines on the truck. One problem with Chevy pickup trucks of this era is the fuel lines rot out. It's just especially up here in New England. How GM got away from a recall on that, I'll never know. Same with the brake lines. Stainless steel brake lines, stainless steel fuel lines. And while I had the bed off, I went ahead and replaced the pump, which I had done about a year and a half ago, but I must have got a defective Delphi pump. It would bleed down overnight. So anyways, guys, let me slide that bed over here. You can't really tell right now. I did a little bit of POR 15 on the cross rails, just some stuff that's mighty hard to get at when the bed's on it. So, let's move you guys around a little bit so you can see a little more what's going on. Maybe right about there. Yeah. Oh, there it is. There it is. All right. So I'll try to keep up with checking the chat over here. Try to answer some questions as they go, and so the placement of this new bed in the lift area is going to be super critical. You guys were taking the bed off last week. We couldn't quite get it up high enough, and I didn't want to scratch this new one, so you have to put this right where it needs to be. So one thing I didn't really think of is this is not mounted to the truck anymore, so it's going to be a little tougher for me to climb up inside to rig the front of it there. So I really don't think it'd be a good idea to climb up in there. A step ladder. It's good to see you there, Danny. Julius, what's up with the 96? There's a garage right next door. It's sitting in the garage just waiting for me to want to have a hobby car again. Yeah. do, do, do. So you might see Dave, the owner of the shop, walking through. He's here doing some stuff to his boat. One of the questions I was asked last week was if I still have a hat one of you guys made me, and if anybody's ever sent me anything, I have everything that's ever been sent to me somewhere. I have every address. Every book, everything you guys have ever sent me. So someday when I become rich and famous, I'll send you guys some stuff. I'm live right now.
What's that?
I'm live. I'm filming something live. Just drop it out there. Stick the key in the Dropbox.
Yeah, that one's. All right.
Brandy browse that way.
Yeah, that's where it belongs.
Tojo, some old crusty Ford he's dropping off. At least with the Fords, you know, they circle what's wrong with them right in the front. And the reason I had to tell that tow guy that I'm filming something live here in the state of New Hampshire, live free or die. If you're filming something and you don't tell someone that you're filming and they don't realize you're filming, that's actually illegal. It's a really major crime in this state. I think they call it wiretapping. So if you're in New Hampshire, be careful with your cameras. It's if you're taking a picture or a video with somebody and they're not aware of it, it can be a big legal fiasco. And I mean, you know, that's why a lot of places like stores and stuff have signs saying you're being recorded. In New Hampshire, it's illegal to not let people know. One of the things you learn when you make YouTube videos. As high as it's going to let me go. Hopefully it's high enough to get over those wheels. But I am not afraid to let the air out of the tires of the truck to get it to go under. Still gonna take a quick measurement though. So I should have like maybe an inch to spare. I gotta get that left side up a little higher, I think. Yeah, maybe a little more. That'll do. So you might notice if you watched last week when we first lifted the old bed off, I kind of struggled with the chains a little more than I did this time. I figured a little different way of doing at least the fronts where I could use the big long picks as a pin to kind of pin the chains up. All right, I think it's ready to back the truck on in. Let me answer a few questions. What do you guys got here? Hi, Dave Martinez. How you doing, man? Long time watcher there. Danny Konarski, do I still have the Sonnet? I don't. I actually, you remember the last video where we showed it? It was in really rough shape. I sold that to somebody who then shipped it to Holland, of all places. It went to Holland, and I saw like one picture of it at some car repair place over there, and then I haven't really seen anything more of it. Actually, I think it was one of you guys, one of the subscribers, actually found the car over there, which was kind of cool. That was maybe 2 years, a year and a half ago, and I'd love to know more about it. I'd love to know if they restored it or use it as a parts car. I mean, it did only have like 10,000 miles on it, so I mean, the running gear on it was as good and low miles as you're gonna find. So yeah, the Sonnet went to Holland. Ben Speed taking his kids trick-or-treating, awesome. Have I been keeping it out of the cabbage as much as possible? Here in the UK, you can film everyone anywhere in public. Most of this country, you can too. It's just strange that New Hampshire has those tapping laws. You know, I guess if you're gonna do you go to like a yard sale with a camera, you can get in trouble for that. You know, you're not supposed to take a video unless you alert everyone that could be in the video that you're taking a video. So yeah, I think I'm gonna back that truck on up, and this could get a little ugly, but I don't think so. So the left side, the plastic of the fender flares is just touching the tire. I'm going to allow it. All right, how's that look? We pretty squared up under there? Yeah, I think that'll do. I know there was a tower where they look up on the band and see people quickly passing by. It is for their own desires as they spit down to the ground, power coursing in their veins. Nice. Lower it. Whoa, ho, 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 yeah. Yeah. Whoa, ho, 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 yeah. And the black smoke rises. I'm actually going to do something a little dangerous. I'm going to defeat the safety latches on the lift. And the reason being, you guys couldn't see what I did, but on that lift arm, we have two levers here. One here, that's for the hydraulics, and there's this lever over here, which if you can see, I got a bungee cord. That's for the actual latches that keep the lift from dropping down if the hydraulics were to fail. I'm not going to be under it. I just want to be able to touch that and make this go down slow. So I don't recommend being under a lift if you've done something like that, if those latches aren't working. This way I can use the lift like this instead of being stuck over here. I can actually see what's going on. But you got to make sure none of me is between where anything could get pinched. Not that this is a heavy item we're dropping down. It's been a long process to get to this point. And that's just because the body shop held on to this bed for 8 months. I wanted to be mounting this up here, doing this way back in the beginning of July and not in the beginning of November, just in time for the snow and salt. It's either that or I could have this bed sit around somewhere just asking to get dinged and dented in the lot somewhere. So maybe it's not the best season for it, but it's getting done. close. Pretty close. Caliper hanger hooks. It worked great lifting that bed. Well, now I can get into it. All right. Well, they're gone. It's coming to an end. I could finally put this project to bed. 7, 8. One I dropped. Again, white lube is an assembly lube. Whew.
I looked at the POR. Now I have it on my hand.
You just smell that stuff and you get it all over you. It's funny. He just walked by where I put some POR on the frame down there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's all nice and black on the frame. You really can't. But yeah, you just that stuff. It's all over me. It's all over my hands. I mean, it's granted I was using it, but that POR 15, it's like it's kind of like Never Seas, but worse. All right. So. All right, good luck. All right, man. Thank you. Have a good day.
You get that back panel on and everything? That goes right on easy.
Yeah, that's already drilled out. Just gets mounted. We wire the plate light in. Be driving it home today. Have a good one, man. Lifts are so slow when there's no car on them. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to put the truck up in the air, but I'm going to do it backwards. I'm going to keep the bed towards the front of the lift, which would seem kind of weird. A lot of people, when I ever put a vehicle up on a lift backwards, they ask me if that's safe or not. I mean, yeah, as long as it's balanced and level, it doesn't really matter which end the engine's in. And actually, a little tidbit is when this lift was in the other shop, it was actually the other way. So the way I'm going to pull this truck on now is actually going to be correct, if that makes any sense. Probably the hardest part about putting a pickup truck in backwards at this lift is the bumper of the truck's going to be like right here, which doesn't give much room. But everything I got to do is underneath it anyway. Now it's all up in my space. What do we got for questions? Probably answer a few guys now. Used to love your videos back in the day, old Saab adventures. Good to see this video. I'm glad you guys appreciate it. You know, it's really a lot of work to actually do some of these videos where I work. The hardest part, honestly, and why I kind of stopped doing it is I'm now the head tech of the shop. I'm the guy that all these other younger guys coming in go to when they have a problem or what job they're doing next, or when Dave's not here and a customer's out front and needs questions answered or someone to yell at. I'm the guy that's got to go out and take it or give it or whatever it is. So am I going to be making more videos in the future? Well, of course. I mean, it's something I do for you guys, but I also do this as much for me and my own reasons. One thing a lot of guys will do is a lot of YouTubers will make videos just to get their confidence in public speaking up. That's what Musty One did it. There's a couple other guys I'm sure you guys know. Missed your posts, especially on the Saabs. Like I said a little while ago, I've still got the 96. That car has got a whole video series still in it. I'm just waiting till I have more time and want to have a hobby car again. So the 96, we will be seeing that at some point. Nice rims on the truck. Yeah, they're not bad. They're 22s. They fit perfectly, and I got them for free. They were free. One of our customers came in where they had bought a new car, and they had, I think it was a Tahoe or something that had these wheels on it. They got rid of the Tahoe. They still had the wheels with a bunch of other wheels. The only complete set were those ones, and he gave them to us for free. He wanted us to scrap them. He didn't want them anymore, so I got them for free. They had some worn out tires on them. I ran it with the worn out tires just to make sure they'd even fit. It did. I bought some fresh rubber, and now they're my summer tires. I have the original wheels for the truck with some all seasons, which will probably go on in the next week or two. And yeah, they were free. Ford for ordinary repairs daily. I I liked Found on Road Dead. But that's not fair. Every car company, one thing I say with automobiles, brand loyalty is not your friend. It's not good to be loyal to any brand. Every company, every manufacturer has made great vehicles, and every manufacturer has made horrible vehicles. To say you hate a whole mark because of one car, it's just, maybe they just didn't get that one right. Like back in the '90s, I think Ford had the better pickup throughout the '90s, and then they kind of went out with the 5.4, a little bit too complicated. And yeah, brand loyalty one way or another. I'd drive a Ford if it was the right Ford. I wouldn't drive like one of the newer pickups though. An F-150 from like, I don't know, '99 to now. I don't want anything to do with. All right, so let's get this thing up in the air and. Yeah. I think I'm actually going to come back a little more. Yeah, you guys see how tight it is over here now. There's not much space to get through. It's a good thing I've lost some weight, or I wouldn't be able to make that move. But we're going to have the truck up here, so it's really not going to be a problem. Normally, I would just do this the other way and just put it up the right way, but I got to make sure you guys can see what I'm doing, or this live show will be really boring. Yes, I am removing my lockout device from the lock unlocker now that I'm in the danger zone. Danger zone! All right, so I've got 2 bolts in, so we know we're in the ballpark. And I want to try something with you guys. I want to try something. I got tons of these little tables all over the place. We actually got a guy, a recycler, scrapper guy, an older guy that comes through probably twice a week or so. We got a bin out back that we put all our light scrap, our not as valuable scrap, things like brake pads and an old water pump or something. We give it to him so he can do his thing. And he also scraps at like a medical place, elderly kind of care facility, I believe it is. And he gets sometimes some of the weirdest things. And he had a truck full of these really cool little tables here. They're height adjustable. They're got medical stuff all over them. Probably thousands of dollars a piece for just a little table. But yeah, every time he comes through with a couple of these, I grab them. And now, if you look around real close in the shop, you might see a few more of them. Really handy little things. So my plan, Stan, is to see if I can put you guys, because I'm filming this on just an all-in-one computer. It's like a big computer monitor that just sits here for me to do all my repair information. Or one thing I do a lot while I'm working on cars, I listen to audiobooks with a headphone in. And I'll tell you what, that kind of changed my outlook about working on cars. I was kind of getting bored of it until I found that I could listen to an audiobook